My name is Kita Bryant. Welcome to the Ordinary Summit, where we're extraordinary, but in an ordinary way, if that makes sense. First, I want to say thank you to Jessica for having us, for allowing us to speak, to give you all a little peek into our business, what we do, how we do it, and hopefully you can take something from it to help you on your journey, on your business journey, wherever you are. Even if you're just starting, we want to make sure that you have the tools, the tips, the tricks, and everything that you need to make those coins. Okay. So, again, my name is Kita Bryant, and I want to talk about how I stay booked without really being on social media. I'm on social media, but I'm not really on there. So I'm going to give you a little bit of tips and tricks on how you can stay booked without using it. I am a photographer. I own a t-shirt company. I also work a day job too, but we do it all because that's what we do. So let's get into it on how to get clients without always being on social media. So, Keto, how do you stay booked if you're private on Instagram? You have to eat, breathe, and sleep social media. You have to post 20 times a day. No, you don't. Okay. My at Kita.Bryant on Instagram is private. Number one reason I'm private is because I have kids. I don't want their pictures everywhere. People do steal pictures. AI is out here. People will take a picture of your child. I don't know what they'll do. I like to have a peace of mind a little bit. You're still on social media, anybody can screenshot, but I like to have a little bit of peace of mind. Plus, I have clients who also have kids or they have take pictures and they don't want it blasted everywhere. They don't want everybody to see it. And so that gives them a sense of, okay, Kita can post on her page because it's private. Not everybody will see it. Now, I only use threads and Instagram. I have a TikTok. I'm old. I'm not finna dance and do none of that extra stuff. I post on TikTok, but it's nothing. It's really nothing. I am mostly on Threads and Instagram. I am an introvert, so Threads is my jam. You can come in, talk, say what you need to say, jump into some conversations, network, get out. Okay? I love Threads. So Threads and Instagram is where I'm at. So now, how do you stay booked? And you still got to use social media, so you can't just get rid of it, but you don't have to be on there every day all day. Make your bio interesting. When people do come on social media, because people are going to look for you on social media, there are some people who live on social media and they're going to be like, well, I need a photographer, and then somebody may mention my name and they'll go to my page. You want to make that bio interesting. What do you have in your bio that makes them stop in their tracks? Because people's attention spans are like, ha 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 ha, what's going on? No, you want people to be able to be stopped in their tracks and be curious. Who are you? Hmm. Let me see what's going on over here, which then leads them to your one page in your link. You don't want to have a bunch of different links. People want simplicity. You want to make it easy for people to contact you to see who you are. When you come to my bio, you hit my link, which is open to everyone. When you hit that link, everything is on that one link. You have my newsletter, you have a way to book me, you have a way to see my blog, to go to my website, my LTK, to buy a t shirt. Everything is on that one page or that one link that's in my bio that is open for everyone. Next, utilize the platform that works for you. You want to make sure you're on something that you are comfortable with, something that you don't mind being on or jumping on or doesn't drain you. Threads doesn't drain me. It doesn't require me to do anything extra. So I utilize that platform. It works for me. Now, for somebody else, TikTok might work for them. For somebody else, LinkedIn might work for them. So be on the platform that works for you, that you know, look, I'm on here, but I don't really have to live on here, but I can still get clients. I can still network. I can do what I need to do. So that's like a back end trick, or whatever you want. If you have to be on social media or use social media, at least get on the one you like. Okay. Next, get people on a platform that you own. Social media can shut you down at any time. Somebody can complain about you and then they flag your page. Shut down. Social media can be down for like a day or two, which shouldn't matter because you can still get clients, but get people on something that you own. Newsletter, your website. Newsletter. your website. I'm gonna say that one more time. Newsletter, your website. You own those. Get people off of social media so that you don't have to live on there. And when people sign up for your newsletter, they want to know more about you. They want to hear from you. That is where your money is at. Your newsletter. Doesn't matter if you have 50 people, doesn't matter if you have 1,000 people. Those are the people who pay attention to you more than they pay attention on social media. Okay. Next, we want to get into word of mouth because that's very important. When you have to market your business. You can't sit in your house and think that the coins is going to fall from the sky and the clients are going to fall from the sky. That's not what happens. So you do have to market. If you're not going to live on social media, you have to let some people know about your business some type of way. Now, I will say this. Most of my clients come through word of mouth. To this day, and I have been doing photography since 2016, 2015, 16. I've been taking pictures for years. I just didn't start a business until like 2015, 16. I have never gotten a client from social media. Not one time. I promise y'all. I have never gotten a client from social media at all. I don't even really promote. I promote, I post up a little link here and there, but I very rarely even promote that I'm a photographer on social media. How I get on my clients? Word of mouth. Word of mouth is how I get all of my clients and how I stay booked. Somebody tell somebody. There will be even people who will tell me, Kita, I'm not even going to tell people about you because I don't want you to be overbooked to where I can't get a spot, or I'm not going to tell people about you because I don't want you to go up on your prices. I will have people tell me that they will gatekeep me because they don't want nobody to know about me to my face. Like, we're not telling nobody about you because we want you to stay for us. We don't want everybody to know who you are. And so word of mouth is how I stay booked. Um, and it's funny that people tell me that, like, no, we're gonna gatekeep you. Uh, but I still stay booked because word of mouth, somebody tells somebody, okay? If you can't do word of mouth or another avenue to word of mouth, be a walking billboard. Always wear your brand or service if you can. Not every product or service you can wear. For example, if you're a baker, you're not going to walk around, with a cookie in your hand. You could, but no. So in those cases, you want to wear a shirt with a QR code in the back somewhere to where people can scan. That way you don't even have to talk to nobody. You don't have to interact with nobody. People are nosy. They're going to scan that QR code, especially if they see what the front of your shirt say. They're going to scan that QR code. They don't even have to see what the front of your shirt say. If I see a QR code and I see somebody, if I'm standing in line behind you at Costco, I'm going to be like, what is that? Where does that take you? Have a shirt that has a QR code. You can put it on, you can do that for your car. You can give it out at events if you want to do like a card or something. However you want to do it, that's another way that you can be a walking billboard without actually having your product or service. I will give you two examples that happened, one this morning and one last week. So let's start with my product. I own a t-shirt company, Shigichi, that sells t-shirts for the Gullah Geechee community, which is a culture in Charleston, South Carolina, which is where I'm from. I went to an event last week with a friend. Last minute, she asked me to come because she didn't want to go by herself. And what did I do? I threw on one of my shirts. Okay. Went to this event. I had about 30, between 30 to 35 people stop me about my shirt. Oh my gosh, where'd you get your shirt from? Oh my gosh, I love your shirt. Da, 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 da. When I got home that evening, I had 22 orders. And we were at the event for about 3 hours and some change. I had 22 orders just from going to this one event. Okay? One event. I just happened to get out my house. Okay? This morning, my cousin came into town. We went out to breakfast this morning. What do most people do when they go out to eat? They pull out their phone. They take a picture of the food. You got to set the food up real pretty and take a picture. What do? I pull up my camera, a real camera, not my cell phone. That's shocking to people. What? She's pulling out a camera to take pictures of ordinary food? Remember, this is the Ordinary Summit. Yes, I pull out a camera to take pictures of regular, everyday stuff. Because why? I'm a photographer. Nobody's expecting that. That makes people stop and say, what does she do? The lady stopped us as we were leaving out of the restaurant this morning, and she said, "Hey, are you a photographer?" Why, yes, I am. Here's my information. I get to send them to my website so that they can book me. And she did. Okay. Be a walking Be yourself online and off. If you're like me and you have a private Instagram, nobody can really see who you are on your Instagram unless they are on your Instagram. Now, you all are invited to come into my Instagram. I invite anybody into my Instagram. We have a blast over there, okay? We have fun over there. My bio will tell you a little bit about what goes on over there on my Instagram, although it's private. You can join. If you don't like it, you can always leave. But my Instagram, I allow everybody to join my Instagram. I will accept you as long as you're not crazy. I will accept you on my Instagram. And if you if people want to see who you are, they need a place to do that. That's where your website comes in. You want to be yourself on your website so that when people are looking to book you, hire you, buy from you, they want to know who you are as a person. People buy from the person. If your personality is something that they vibe with, then they'll most likely book you. I cuss a lot. I've been cussing since a child. I've tried to stop several times. I cannot. Okay. Sometimes when we're on photo shoots, a cuss word may come out. One or two, maybe three. And so if you know you're the type of person that doesn't like cuss words, you don't kind of like that vibe, I am not the photographer for you. You need to know that before you hire me. Because I do act a fool. Okay. And so you want to know that. You want to know my personality. The best way to do that is by going to my website where I'm myself. And I blog. I blog about business. I blog a little bit about my life. That is where you will find me. That is where you will find the core of me. And you want people to know who you are before they spend their hard-earned money on you. Okay. With that being said, make sure you be yourself. Here's a little bit of little extraness that I like to do to stay booked. I always give an incentive to join my newsletters. You own that. A few of my incentives are I give away free photo shoots throughout the year. I offer a free Mother's Day shoot if you have shot with me at least twice in 1 year. I do a free Mother's Day shoot for you, and I incur that cost where I do a big shindig for Mother's Day, and so I give that back to my clients. Joining my newsletter allows you to win different prizes. Sometimes I get things from brands because I do work with brands, and if I already own it or whatever, I may give it away. Everything is in my newsletter for Hello Kita. I also have a newsletter for Shigichi where I give coupons for my t-shirts. Some people have bought my shirts for $5 because I give coupons. I give freebies every month in my newsletter because I believe if you take the time to sign up for a newsletter and you're giving somebody your email address, you should give them something. You make it worth them having 50 million emails a day. Okay. Give them something, give them an incentive. And this could be for any business. Give them something or give back to say thank you for signing up. Now, I can do this because I don't have thousands of email subscribers. But always give something back and make that an incentive. A coupon. Always do something to make people say, I want to work with this person, or this person she's always giving deals or discounts, and this can go for any business. Do extra things besides what you offer. So when I do photo shoots, I also do a small video. It's a small video. I'm not a videographer, but I will offer a small video with the photo shoot. Sometimes it's a surprise. Sometimes I tell my clients, but a lot of times it's a surprise. So when I give them their pictures, they have a little small video, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!" And that's what keeps people coming back. Surprise them. Surprise people. Do something extraordinary. Okay. I know this is the Ordinary Summit, but do something extraordinary in your business to keep people coming back. This is how you keep your clients. This is how you sell products. This is how you stay booked. Okay. Customer service is key. I believe in customer service. I have a few awards for customer service. I've worked at companies. I believe in customer service. Own what you do. If you did something wrong, fix it. Okay. Fix it. Figure it out to fix it and fix it. Okay. You can be good, but your attitude can be awful. People also book who you are based on your attitude and how pleasant you are. Don't have a nasty attitude. Some people don't like that. Okay. You might be good at your job, but you have a nasty attitude. You want to have good customer service. This is another way on how you can stay booked. So I just wanted to give those extra little tips in there to make sure that you stay bold at all times without being on social media.